I've pitched against the same teams in the past multiple times. I think before we started playing, every division at the big league level, you were seeing your same division quite often. But no, I mean, I think you're able to adjust the game plan slightly if needed, and exploit weaknesses when they're still there. And I'm happy to be still on a 5-day and get back out there, as soon as possible and get after it again and try to go compete.
All right, we'll see you again on the mound on Sunday. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
It's Iowa Cubs pitcher Chris Flexen. Iowa Cubs baseball is on the way next.
You've been listening to today's pregame show. Don't go anywhere. Iowa Cubs baseball is next, right here on Hope 940 KPSZ Des Moines and online at iowacubs.com.
Feel the power, feel the speed, feel extreme. Cubs fans, get Extreme powered by Mediacom and experience streaming so real you can feel it. Whether you're live streaming the game or streaming your favorite series, with supercharged speeds up to 1 gig and powerful whole home Wi-Fi, you're in it. Their 100% gigabit technology network was built to take you further. Get ready to feel it. Extreme powered by Mediacom.
Great news. 2025 Iowa Cubs season tickets are still available, and there's no better place to spend your summer than out at the ballpark. You'll get access to the best seats at the best price, free parking, invitation to member-only events, and so much more. Let's take your fandom to the next level and become a season ticket member today. Call 515-243-6111 or visit iowacubs.com to buy your tickets. We can't wait to see you at Principal Park.
Since 1981, a prospect's path to Wrigley Field has run directly through Principal Park in Des Moines. With several of the Cubs' future stars on the roster this season, the Iowa Cubs are aiming for their first trip to the postseason since 2019. Stay tuned as we bring you the soundtrack of the summer, the unmistakable crack of the bat.
Drill, center field, McKinney to the wall, it's gone! Pinch hit, grand slam, Moises Ballesteros, bye-bye. Here's Kevin Alcantara. Lines it deep to right field. Rivas back to the track at the wall. It's off the top of the wall. It's 3-1 Iowa.
The satisfying pop of the mitt.
1-2 pitch. Cut on it. Miss, strike 3. Cade Horton.
And the roar from the crowd after a tremendous defensive play.
3-2. Dry, leaping catch, Matt Shaw. Oh, baby.
It's time for Iowa Cubs baseball on Hope 940. Now, let's head out to the ballpark for the call of today's game with the voice of the Iowa Cubs, Jason Kemp.
Welcome back inside the broadcast booth here at Fifth Third Field in Toledo. The Mudhens who have taken the field. Cater Montero is ready to go. He's finished his warm-up pitches. And now it's time for baseball for the second time in this series. Right fielder Christian Franklin will lead it off today, hitting .308 with a home run and 4 runs batted in. He's in on the right side, having a great start to the season. And the first pitch from the right-hander out of the windup is a fastball at 93 miles per hour, low and outside. We get underway right on time at 6:35 p.m. 1-0 for Christian. We're in the long sleeves down each arm. He takes, and another fastball is in there for a strike. This one down around knee high. Everybody on the field wearing long sleeves today. It's not a comfortable day whatsoever. 38 degrees, feels like 32. Franklin with a high blue socks, waits for the 1-1 and hits a breaking ball in the air toward left center field. Charging hard the center fielder, Jahmai Jones, and he makes a little skip in the air and makes the catch. For the first out of the ball game, 1 gone. On a soft fly ball to center that time. On the first slider thrown by Montero, Franklin retired. We'll take a look at the defensive alignment brought to you by Artisan Capital Group. For Toledo, Bly Madris is at first. Jace Young at second. Andrew Navigato, the shortstop, with Hayu Lee at third. Here is Vidal Brujan. Begins his rehab from the big league club by taking a big breaking ball for a strike. That was the knuckle curve ball, the slower breaking ball for Montero at 75 miles per hour. Bruhan, a speedy left-handed hitter here in this at-bat. Takes a big swing through a fastball and comes up empty, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Bruhan spent a long time in the Rays farm system. He is a switch hitter. Spent last year in the big leagues with Miami, where he played 102 games. Montero, from an abbreviated windup, comes home. And this ball slapped foul toward left. Bruhan stays alive. The outfield from left to right, Riley Unroe, Jemai Jones, and Ben Gamble. And the catcher is Steven Scott today. Don't miss out on all the fun downtown Des Moines offers and check out Cityville on 9th, managed by Artisan Capital Group. 1 out, nobody on, just underway tonight in Toledo. 0-2 on Bruhan. And he takes a ball that breaks over the inside corner for a called strike 3. That was a changeup, the first one thrown by Montero, and he backed it up from the inside corner out over the plate and gets Bruhan looking. So 2 gone quickly in the CUBS first for an offense that scored 14 runs on 14 hits on Tuesday. And Moises Ballesteros will be the batter, left-handed hitting DH. Hitting 300 with 3 runs batted in. And he takes up and in, a fastball up under his hands for ball 1. Keider Montero, his first name spelled Keider, native of Venezuela, 24 years old. Comes home with a breaking ball, and just getting a piece was Ballesteros out in front of that big knuckle curveball, and it's even 1-1. Last year, Montero split his time, 13 starts here in Toledo, where he was 1-4 with a 5.03 ERA, and 19 games, 16 starts with a big league club in Detroit. He's home with a 1-1. This is a big bouncer to second, right at Jace Young, who moves back into the shallow right field grass and makes the easy play. And that ends a 1-2-3 inning for Montero. The CUBS go quietly in the first. We'll have the bottom half and the top pitching prospect for the Chicago Cubs, Cade Horton, coming to the mound when we come back on the CUBS Broadcast Network.
Dream Steam Restoration and Cleaning's fully trained and certified team is your designated hitter. For cleaning carpet, air ducts, furniture, dryer vents, and more. Need restoration? We cover all the bases. Water, fire, and storm damage, mold removal, even biohazard cleanup. We use eco-friendly products safe for your family and pets. Call for an estimate and we'll knock it out of the park. 515-512-5387 or visit DreamSteamInc.com. Dream Steam Restoration and Cleaning, servicing Central Iowa. Family owned and operated since 1983.
A 10-game flex pack is the perfect way to experience all of the fun of an Iowa Cubs game at Principal Park while not being tied to a set of dates. Create a customized experience just for you. Use all 10 tickets for one game or mix and match them over multiple visits. The choice is yours. Flex pack tickets are good for any game all season long. Visit iowacubs.com to get yours today.
All right, here's the thing with mobile banking. You can get the laundry done and the yard, and it's only Thursday. Sure, run that extra block or mile with your four-legged buddy. Hey, you're at the gym? Do a few more reps. A little more gaming with your squad? Yeah, the Galaxy needs you. Better eat another s'more. And by another, we mean fifth. Soak up every single minute of every single day. Go on and do whatever it is you do and still keep in touch with your money. Great Southern Mobile Banking. Get the app now for Android and iOS. Member FDIC. Data rates may apply. See carrier for details.
Hope 940 is your home for Iowa Cubs baseball all summer long.
Mother Nature finally allowing Cade Horton, the top pitching prospect for the Cubs, to get back out on the mound for his second start of 2025. It's scoreless as we begin the bottom of the first. Jemai Jones, right-handed hitting outfielder, leads off and takes a firm fastball from Horton for strike 1. 97 on the first pitch for Cade, who, and you can see his breath out there on the mound as he gets ready for the 0-1 pitch. It's a slider, and it's popped up high into the air first base side. That's going to push foul into the seats. And it'll be quickly 0-2. That's the good slider from Cade Horton, 85 miles per hour that time. For the 6'1", 23-year-old right-hander from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Jemai Jones walking slowly back toward the batter's box with a .256 average and 1 RBI. This is Cade's third start against Toledo of his career and his 7th AAA start. So that tells you how much he saw the Mudhens late in the year or late in his year last year prior to the injury that shut him down. He wears that light blue glove on his hand, per usual. Blue sleeves down his arm, and the 0-2 is a slider inside. Jones ducked out of the way. It almost hit him. Again, the Artisan Capital Group defensive alignment for the iCubs. Carlos Perez at first. Dixon Machado is at second. Ben Cowell's the shortstop. Jonathan Long at third. Horton tries the fastball and misses high at 97 once again, and it's now 2-2. Give you the outfield in a moment. Horton working very quickly with a break-even pitch to Jones. A slider in the dirt, and from 0-2, it's now filled up 3-2. Kevin Alcantara roams left field. Vidal Brujan is in center. Christian Franklin in right, and Reese McGuire, the catcher today for the Iowa Cubs. Horton peeks in over his glove, comes home out of the windup, and the 3-2 pitch is high and tight, ball 4. So after getting ahead 0-2, 4 straight balls for Horton, who walked 4 in his debut this year. And he spikes the rosin back down behind the mound. Not thrilled with that first at bat as Hayu Lee comes to the plate, the third baseman. Pretty good speed on base in Jones. Horton home out of the stretch, and he misses downstairs. 5 straight out of the zone now. As Lee, a 171 hitter with 5 runs batted in, climbs in. The Iowa Cubs wearing their alternate red tops, Iowa in big block blue letters outlined in white across the chest. 1-0 pitch, downstairs below the knees again. 2 balls and no strikes. Gray pants for the iCubs, a blue cap with a red bill. The Iowa Cubs primary logo on the front. Toledo wearing a navy blue uniform tonight. Dark blue with red lettering. Spelling Mudhens across the chest. Red numbers on the back, white pants. 2-0 to Lee. That's upstairs, and it's 3-0. And Horton really not able to find the zone here early on. Got ahead 0-2. First 2 pitches were strikes. Nothing since. He'll try to reset. 3-0 pitch. That's off the inside corner and a 4-pitch walk. And it's back-to-back walks to start the ball game for Cade Horton. And there are 2 on, nobody out for Jace Young. And this is a situation where you look at the weather, and it's 38 degrees, feels like below freezing temperatures down there, 31, 32 degrees. Reese McGuire out to talk to Cade Horton here in between pitches. And a lot of times, it's just going to favor the guy or the team that scores first. And that happened on Tuesday in similar conditions. The Iowa Cubs scored 5 runs in the first, and they ended up winning 14-1. And, you know, at some point, it felt like, well, the other team just wants to get out of the cold, right? And if you fall behind, that could sometimes be the case. Much better to play from in front. 2 on for Jace Young. Left-handed hitter takes a backdoor slider, and that's outside for ball 1. And right now, Cade Horton not getting the questionable calls either. That one just a hair off the outside corner. And he has missed with 9 in a row. Comes home again. And this one found the zone knee-high for a strike. That was much needed for Cade Horton. Another fastball, that one toward the bottom part of the zone, a ground ball type of pitch. For Young, who's hitting .313, 2 home runs, 2 RBI. Does not wear batting gloves. On a cold day, the 1-1 misses out again. 2 balls and a strike. Horton, in his first outing at Indianapolis, did not allow a run. He did walk 4. He pitched in a driving rain for most of that start. 6 strikeouts, 1 hit allowed, 3 1/3 innings. 2 balls and a strike to Young. He swings away and comes up empty on the heater from Horton. And he gets even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cade off to the third base side of the rubber. The infield hooked around to the pull side for Young. Cowell's the shortstop right behind the base as the 2-2 is on the way. Popped up foul down the left field line. That'll make it into the seats, and the battle continues. Horton having thrown now 15 pitches, 10 out of the zone, 5 for strikes. To Jace Young, the younger brother of Josh Young, who won a World Series ring with the Texas Rangers a couple of years back. Horton shakes off The signal from McGuire twice. Now the 2-2 pitch. Fastball struck him out swinging. And Cade Horton blows away Jace Young for the first out of the ballgame. Still 2 men on, but now Horton able to find the zone after he fell behind and missed with 9 straight pitches. So Andrew Navigato, the shortstop, will be the batter now. 176 average and an RBI. The Renewal by Anderson Strikeout Cancer Campaign is back, benefiting the American Cancer Society. Every strikeout by an ICUBS pitcher, Renewal by Anderson makes a $5 contribution to the American Cancer Society. Slider missed inside from Horton. Ball 1 to Navigato. American Cancer Society works to improve the lives of people with cancer and their families through advocacy, research, and patient support. 1-0 comes home to the cleanup man, who yanks it foul deep down the left field line, but he was way out in front of a slider, and it's 1-1. Ensuring everyone has an opportunity to prevent, detect, treat, and survive cancer. So Cade Horton putting $5 in the fund with a strikeout a moment ago. Now attacks Navigato. The 1-1 is waved at and missed. Dialed up the heat again at 97, biting toward the inside part of home plate. And he's on top 1-2. Now, in the last at bat on the 2-2 pitch to Young, McGuire wanted to throw something off speed, and Horton shook him off to get back to the heater. Jahmai Jones leads at second. Hayu Lee at first. Both walk to start the game. 1-2 pitch. Navigato strikes out swinging. He foul tipped it into the mid of Reese McGuire, and back-to-back punch-outs from Cade Horton gives him an opportunity to wriggle off the hook here in the first inning after the frame began with back-to-back strikeouts. But in order to do that, he'll have to get through Ben Gamble, the veteran outfielder, who's hitting .440 with 2 runs batted in. Gamble has 11 hits in 25 at-bats, 3 doubles for the lefty. Horton out of the stretch comes home, and that bounced in front of the plate. McGuire knocked it down. Throw goes to third. Jones is safe. He just snuck in there with a head-first dive, and a wild pitch moves runners to second and third. That curveball from Horton bounced well in front of the plate. McGuire knocked it in the air with his glove, and he picked it up barehanded on a bounce, fired down to third, but just a little bit off target there for Jonathan Long. So now 2 in scoring position, and the 1-0 to Gamble is skied to shallow center. Vidal Brujan is coming in. He'll make the catch, and Cade Horton works out of a jam in the first inning. Couple of walks, back-to-back strikeouts, and a fly ball to center. The scoreless first inning is in the books here at Fifth Third Field in Toledo on the iCubs Broadcast Network.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Make more memories together this summer. Whether you're celebrating a special occasion with friends and family, hosting clients, or treating your staff, take them to Principal Park for an unforgettable time. Groups of 25 or more qualify for reduced prices. Come eat, drink, and watch baseball as a group for as low as $7 per ticket. Visit iowacubs.com to book your outing and ask about adding on a unique group experience.
In the heart of downtown Des Moines, Confluence on Third Apartments offers a resort-style apartment community with luxurious studio, 1- and 2-bedroom apartment homes. Enjoy the fun and convenience of downtown living with first-class amenities that include a sprawling outdoor courtyard with a pool, grill station, dog run, and hot tub. Other amenities include a fitness studio, rooftop, sky deck, game room, theater, underground parking, and so much more to enhance your everyday living experience at Confluence on Third Apartments. With your favorite downtown venues just a short walk or bike ride away, you'll love the convenience of living at Confluence on Third Apartments. Learn more at ConfluenceOnThirdAPTS.com.
I'm Owen Casey, and you're listening to Iowa Cubs Baseball on Hope 940.
One inning in the books on a very chilly, uncomfortably cold evening here in Toledo. Jonathan Long leads off the second inning for the Iowa Cubs. Righty on righty against Cater Montero. And this pitch swung on and hit in the air off the handle of the bat toward fairly deep center field. The ball just kept driving out towards center, but Jahmai Jones runs it down. 96 off the bat there, but had some carry for Jonathan Long. One pitch, one out. The scheduled starter for Toledo from yesterday's game that was postponed by rain, Matt Manning, a former top prospect for Detroit, will come out of the bullpen today behind Cater Montero as Ben Cowell steps in. Shortstop hitting .290, a home run and 4 RBI. And the first pitch here is swung on and popped up. Shallow right field. Gamble moving toward the foul line, drifting back a little bit, makes the catch. And 2 pitches, 2 outs now for Cater Montero in this second inning. One strong suit for the Iowa Cubs offensively early in the year has been their ability to work starting pitchers and use up a boatload of their pitch count early in games. So not the case tonight. 12 pitches, 5 outs for Montero, and now Kevin Alcantara steps in. Left fielder hitting 185, and he looks at strike one on a straight fastball from Montero. Hoping to get back up to Detroit at some point this year after 19 appearances 1 year ago in the Motor City. Slow windup and a high leg kick. He bounced his slider in the chalk of the right-hand batter's box, so it's 1-1 on Alcantara, who is still looking for his first RBI of the season. It's been a quiet start for the Jaguar. 1 extra base hit, 13 strikeouts, and 27 at-bats. Montero ready. Comes home with another bender. This one caught the lower inside corner, and Alcantara wants to challenge it right away. He thought it missed either down or in. Everyone looks up toward the video board, and it was a ball. So the I-Cubs keep a pair of challenges, and it's 2-1 on the number 6 hitter. They've talked about that. You can be aggressive early in the game when you have both challenges remaining, but you don't want to use your last one on a questionable call. You want to make sure you're going to get it right. 2-1 now. Fastball to the knees on the outer part of the plate, and it's even 2-2. Alcantara not so sure about that one either, but it did catch the bottom of the zone. A sinker from Montero gets him even in the count. 2 outs, bases empty, no score. Trying to end another 1-2-3 inning, and he does with a strikeout. Alcantara out in front of a slider. Second strikeout tonight for Montero. 6 up and 6 down this evening for the I-Cubs as we head to the bottom of the second on Hope 940.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Escape to paradise at Principal Park for Margaritaville night on Friday, June 14th. Enjoy a night of island vibes with a live performance by Banana Wind, a Hawaiian t-shirt giveaway to the first 1,000 fans, and the ultimate feast, a cheeseburger and margarita special. Kick back, soak up the summer fun, and enjoy baseball with a tropical twist. Get your tickets now at iowacubs.com.
Looking for the perfect home? Artisan Management Group has you covered at Cityville on 9, the Iowa Cubs home away from home. With a resort-style pool, state-of-the-art fitness center, and an expansive dog park, they've got all the bases covered. Choose a studio, 1, 2, or 3-bedroom apartments, all just a home run distance from Principal Park. Find your perfect place at cityvilleon9.com or explore all their communities at artisanmanagementgroup.com. Cityville on 9. Live well, live artisan.
I'm Darius Hill, and you're listening to Iowa Cubs baseball on Hope 940.
Blyma Driss, another veteran, going to lead off in the second inning for Toledo. 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up against Cade Horton. Madris will step in on the left side, a .229 hitter this year with a home run and 8 RBI. Swings at a first pitch fastball and shoots it foul back into the net behind home plate, strike one. Infield ever so slightly shifted to pull for Madris. As the 0-1 is offered by Horton. It's a jam shot line drive into shallow right field and over the head of Dixon Machado for a base hit. It's the first hit of the ball game for either side. And it came on a pitch that was not bad at all from Cade Horton. That was 95 on the inside corner, and Madris got jammed but muscled it into shallow right for a base hit. Well, the leadoff man is on for a second straight inning for Toledo. And now David Hensley, the DH. 077 with an RBI for Hensley. Just 2 for 26 this year. First pitch out of the stretch from Horton in this inning. Missed inside, too far, ball one. Madris has one stolen base this year. McGuire down on his right knee. Behind the plate as the 1-0 also misses inside to Hensley. 2 balls and no strikes. Horton, as the first inning moved along, started to even out the balls and the strikes. Now he's thrown a couple of more balls than strikes again, 26 pitches in. Hitters count 2-0 for Hensley. Swinging away at a fastball, and he popped it up right side. Second baseman Machado giving way to the first baseman Moises Ballesteros, who makes a two-handed catch. Madris standing on top of the first base bag. As that catch was made, he'll stay there. One out for Stephen Scott, the catcher. You can see in his body language, David Hensley just fighting it a bit right now. Had a good pitch to hit there, 2-0, and popped it up. So Stephen Scott, the catcher, in on the left side. Had a great year last year with Toledo. Playing in his first game this year. They've got the runner picked off first. Ballesteros throws to second. Cowles puts the tag down. And Cade Horton picks off Bly Madris for the second out of the inning. Good move that time from Cade Horton. Quick feet, and on first movement, Madris, I don't think he was running there, but he took a step for his secondary lead, a jump step, and Horton caught him, and he took off towards second. So bases clear, 2 outs. Scott taking all the way, and it's a strike, making it 0-1. Now Stephen Scott in the lineup for the first time, hit .292 last year in 46 games. With 4 home runs for Toledo, and he just chased a Horton changeup down and away. Swing and a miss that took him down nearly to one knee, and it's 0-2. Drove in 23 runs a year ago, did Scott. Horton working quickly. 0-2 pitch, popped up behind home plate, and foul. Scott had 1 at bat in spring training. He started last year in Double-A, made it up to Triple-A Toledo. Former 10th round pick of the Red Sox. 0-2 pitch here. Swing and a miss on the nasty slider by Horton. He buried it into the dirt and has his 3rd strikeout of the evening. Once again, he works around some traffic to put up a 0, and we're scoreless heading to the 3rd on the iCubs Broadcast Network.
Sometimes you hear people talk about going out of their way to help you. Well, I'm Vince Morrissey from Morrissey Fine Jewelry, and I like to make one thing very clear. Helping you is never out of our way at Morrissey's. It's just the way we do business. We'll do whatever it takes to take care of you. Stop in and see us. Morrissey Fine Jewelry, 235 5th Street in Valley Junction, West Des Moines.
Get ready for 2 nights of live music at Principal Park. Join us Friday, May 23rd for a rock show featuring the Pork Tornadoes, Damon Dotson, and Punching Pandas. Then on Saturday, May 24th, country star Craig Campbell takes the stage with Jordan Beam and Brad Morgan. Both shows start at 6 p.m. with gates opening at 5. General admission is just $15 per night or $25 for both. Upgrade to a hospitality package or go all in with a Bud Club table for the ultimate concert experience. Get your tickets now at iowacubs.com.
Whether it's a Friday night or the 4th of July celebration, Iowa Cubs fans truly love the great fireworks shows at Principal Park each and every season. J&M Displays is a longtime provider of all Iowa Cubs fireworks shows. J&M Displays is ready to help with any event or celebration you have in mind. Their experienced team of expert pyrotechnicians are creative and highly trained to make your event one that will never be forgotten for fireworks and special effects. Call on J&M Displays, one of the largest suppliers in the Midwest. Go to jnmdisplays.com for more information.
KPSZ Des Moines, Hope 940. Your local, click, visit, call, and search media company. We are Des Moines Media Group.
Designated hitter Carlos Perez leads off the third inning in a scoreless game tonight. Had a grand slam on Tuesday, and he looks at a Montero slider upstairs out of the zone for ball one here. Perez, .333, a home run and 4 RBI. He has 4 walks drawn this year. Been around for a long time now as the 1-0 pitch. Breaks over the outside corner to even the count 1-1, 34 years old. Last year, he was in Las Vegas for a large part of the season with the A's farm system. Waits for the 1-1 and took it down low. 2 balls and a strike. The native of Valencia, Venezuela. First year with the Chicago Cubs. Been in the big leagues for 4 different seasons, including 2023. The 2-1 pitch. Check swing tapper out in front of the plate. Barehanded by Scott, the catcher. He throws to first, and Perez is taken care of for the first out of the third inning. It'll go 2-3 on the putout if you score along with us on a check swing tapper by Perez. So now another veteran, and Dixon Machado will step in. Machado off to a hot start, .364 with 5 runs batted in. He has been great in his third stint with the Iowa Cubs. He shows bunt and pulls back, taking a called strike. Montero gets ahead 0-1. Machado has been all over the place in his career. It hits pretty much everywhere he goes. Originally signed by the Tigers in 2008. The 0-1, swinging away this time at a big bouncer toward third. Hooks foul, wide of Lee and wide of Marty Peavy, the third base coach. Down the line into the bullpen, no balls and 2 strikes. Machado now 33 years old. Made his big league debut in 2015. Spent each of the next 4 seasons, or at least part of those, in Detroit. Behind Montero 0-2. Here comes in the dirt off the outside corner. Caught on a hop by Steven Scott. And Machado spent time here in 3 different years playing for Toledo. 2015, 2016, and then 2018. Play all over the infield. Dixon Machado. 1-2 from Montero. Swing and a miss. Just got a piece of a slider, but it's held onto by Scott. And there are 2 down in the third. Third strikeout for Montero. And now Montero 1 batter away from a perfect trip through the lineup the first time. Reese McGuire, the catcher, is all that stands between that feat. Left-handed hitter, .308 average with a home run and 6 RBI. The lights haven't taken full effect yet tonight. Very dark down on the field as McGuire swings with the first pitch. It's a 5-hopper to second, and that's how the third inning ends for the iCubs. 9 up and 9 down against Cader Montero. Cade Horton has put up zeros as well. He'll try to do it again in the bottom of the third when we come back. You're listening to iCubs Baseball at Hope 940.
Furniture Options has been specializing in furnishing apartments since 1985. They're proud to provide people in transition with quality rental furnishings, impeccable service, and affordable rates. Check out FurnitureOptions.com to find out more about their selection and flexible payment options. Their showroom is open weekdays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Whether it's work or anything else that takes you into temporary housing, Furniture Options can help. Furniture Options, options for a changing environment.
Great news! 2025 Iowa Cubs season tickets are still available, and there's no better place to spend your summer than out at the ballpark. You'll get access to the best seats at the best price, free parking, invitation to member-only events, and so much more. Let's take your fandom to the next level and become a season ticket member today. Call 515-243-6111 or visit iowacubs.com to buy your tickets. We can't wait to see you at Principal Park.
Your premier Chevy dealers, proud to be presenting sponsors of the Iowa Cubs Kids Club and proud to be part of Team Chevy, the #1 selling brand in Iowa for the past 10 years. Thanks to a talented roster that includes versatile SUVs like Equinox and dependable trucks like Silverado. Visit moreiowansdrivechevy.com today to find exciting offers and a dealer near you based on IHS Markit CYE 2010 to 2020 new vehicle retail registrations in the state of Iowa.
I'm Connor Nolan, and you're listening to Iowa Cubs Baseball on Hope 940.
Well, the score is 0-0, but it's been very different in the bottom half of innings compared to the top half so far tonight. The I-Cubs without a base runner through 3 chances. Meanwhile, there have been 3 base runners for Toledo through 2 innings. But again, a 0 on the board as Riley Unroe, the 9-hitter, leads off. Horton with 2 walks and a soft single allowed so far. He delivers to Unroe, and it's a sharp slider hammering over the strike zone for a called strike 1. Put it right down Main Street, but at the knees. Now back with the 0-1. Jam job roller to second. Good start to the inning. Dixon Machado up with it, throws to first, 1 away. That's the first time tonight Horton has retired the leadoff hitter. And that turns the lineup over now for Jemai Jones, who walked his first time up. Got to third with 2 outs and a wild pitch, and that was it for the inning. Ben Gamble flied out to center field to end it. Horton attacks Jones up and in this time, ball 1. And that first at bat, Horton got on top 0-2. And then missed with 9 straight pitches after that to the next 3 hitters combined. He came inside, almost hit Jones, who jumped back out of the way. And if Jemai Jones, who is wearing his jersey a little bit snug, if he was wearing a loose jersey, might be on first base. Two and 0. Jones check swing, and it's a strike on location anyways. Jones shaking his head. He did not have a great read on that pitch, I don't think. Right at the top of the zone for Horton, who comes home 2-1 with a slider and just bent it off the inside corner to fall behind 3-1. He's been all around the zone here, but only found it once. Now the 3-1 pitch to the leadoff hitter for Toledo. He went back to the slider, and this one churned over the middle of the plate. Caught a big part of the inside half, and it's 3-2 with 1 out. So now a payoff pitch. Another slider, and this one bends just a little bit low. That's ball 4, and the I-Cubs are going to challenge this one. Reese McGuire sent it around the horn, thinking that was definitely strike 3. And on a challenge, it was not. Just a little bit low. Second walk of Jemai Jones and the 3rd walk in the game for Cade Horton. That did not miss by much. They wanted that call. Just a hair low, and a really good take by Jemai Jones. So Hao-Yu Lee is going to step in with a man on first and 1 out. He walked his first time up. Horton from the stretch. Ball shot foul over the head of the Iowa Cubs dugout over on the far end. And a couple of the guys who were sitting up there decided to move down a little bit lower now. Jones a short lead at first. Horton looks over his shoulder at him and works to the plate. Big swing and a miss by Lee. Snap throw to first by McGuire, and a quick tag by Ballesteros, who's just late. Jones able to dive back in just in time. That was another ridiculous slider for Cade Horton. So in the driver's seat against Lee. And the 0-2 pitch coming home. It's a fastball, and it's lashed toward right field foul. Protective swing, an emergency cut by Hyu Lee. Talking about Cade Horton's slider, the average spin rate for a major league slider is about 2,400 RPM. His is over 2,500. Throw to first. Jones back again. That gives you an idea of how much spin he puts on that breaking ball and why it breaks so much on its way to the plate. See if he goes back to it 0-2. Here it comes. Fastball up and in, and Lee, who was leaning out over the plate, was straightened up in a hurry. That didn't miss the zone by much, but Lee was all over the inside corner trying to protect against the slider. That may have been a setup pitch for that good breaking ball once again. Horton to the plate. Slider, bounce to short, could be two. Cowles has it. He shovels to Machado for one, on to first. It's a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. Roto-Rooter sponsors all iCubs double plays. You know Roto-Rooter can help you unclog a drain. But did you know they can also take care of water restoration, mold testing and removal, and commercial and residential plumbing? Next time you need to get out of a jam, call on Roto-Rooter Des Moines. Make all your troubles go down the drain. A 6-4-3 twin killing, and again, Cade Horton works around a base runner. 3 scoreless innings are complete. 0-0 in Toledo on the iCubs Broadcast Network.
Musco Sports Lighting is a proud sponsor of the Iowa Cubs. Since 1976, Musco has called Iowa home while creating the most innovative sports lighting solutions in the world. Musco's LED system improves visibility and creates light shows to celebrate everything from a home run to another iCubs win. From Principal Park to community fields to the biggest stadiums in the world, Musco creates a better experience for players and fans. Learn more at musco.com.
A 10-game flex pack is the perfect way to experience all of the fun of an Iowa Cubs game at Principal Park while not being tied to a set of dates. Create a customized experience just for you. Use all 10 tickets for one game or mix and match them over multiple visits. The choice is yours. Flex pack tickets are good for any game all season long. Visit iowacubs.com to get yours today.
There's so much to do in downtown Des Moines. Why waste your time commuting when you come to visit? The Hampton Inn downtown sits right next to the Des Moines River at 120 Water Street and just 2 blocks north of Principal Park, 2 blocks south of Port Avenue Entertainment District, and a short walk from the East Village. Stay at a great room with free Wi-Fi and breakfast during your stay. Don't sit on the sidelines. Call 515-244-1650 to book a room at the Hampton Inn downtown and be part of the action in downtown Des Moines.
I'm James Triantos, and you're listening to Iowa Cubs Baseball on Hope 940.
Christian Franklin ready to lead off inning number 4 with no score here in Toledo. And the first pitch to Christian, down and away from Montero, ball 1. Only 27 pitches so far for Cater Montero. 19 of those for strikes. He has not allowed a base runner yet. And the pitch to Franklin hit in the air deep toward right field. Going back on it is Ben Gamble, turning around, and that ball is just foul. Just missed the foul pole down the right field line. Or that would have been the first base runner of the game for the iCubs, and in a big way. He hit it 94 off the bat, 333 feet to right, but foul. And a long walk back to home plate. Franklin wanted that one after he hit his first home run of the season on Tuesday. Thought he had 2 straight, and now talking to the home plate umpire about where exactly that ball went and how much it missed by. Slams his bat down at home plate. And now the 1-1 from Montero. He has a big cut again and lines one foul back behind home plate to make it 1-2. Brujan and Ballesteros will follow. Timeout used by Franklin here, just trying to slow down the pace of this at bat a bit. Well, the lines aren't very deep here inside fifth, third field, but the walls are high in each corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the way. Franklin had to duck out of the way of a curveball up over his head. It's 2-2. 320 down the left field line, 315 to right field. But again, the wall is some 12 to 15 feet high in both corners. Break-even pitch. The former Arkansas Razorback, and Franklin strikes out swinging at a slider. Strikeout begins the fourth. That is the fourth for Cater Montero, who has been outstanding so far today. 1 gone for Vidal Brujan, who struck out looking at his first at bat here on this Major League rehab. Now the hooded sweatshirt underneath the uniform. And the switch hitter batting left takes in the dirt. Looked like a changeup that time down below the zone for Montero, ball 1. Brujan, very good speed. Played a lot of time at AAA Durham for the Rays. And he gets this one off the end of the bat and pops it up on the infield to third. Lee is underneath it, makes a one-handed catch, and now 11 in a row set down by Montero. And it's a 2-0 count for Moises Ballesteros. I think that contact really stung the hands of Brujan. He got it down off the very end of the bat on a day like today. That one's going to hurt for a while. So here's Ballesteros. No score, 2 outs, nobody out in the fourth. And he looked at a changeup down the center part of home plate, strike 1. Slow windup, Montero inside, backing Ballesteros off the plate. It's 1-1. Ballesteros heating up here on the road trip after a relatively slow start to the year. The 1-1 to him is lashed toward the left field corner, drifting foul and off the sidewall. At first, he stayed in the batter's box and watched it. And as that ball started to fall, Ballesteros started to slowly jog toward first, just in case that got down in fair territory. I don't think at any point he ever believed it would, but he was convinced it had a shot as that ball traveled further. So he's behind 1-2 with 2 outs. Bat bouncing over his back shoulder as Montero deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That was the big curveball, and a couple of strikeouts bookending a 1-2-3 fourth for Cater Montero. The offense for the Iowa Cubs that looked unbeatable on Tuesday does not have a base runner through 4 innings tonight. After 3.5, still zeros on the board on the iCubs Broadcast Network.
Best tailgate? It's got to be burgers and an ice cold Coke.
Real football y pollo asado.
Hoops and wings. It's subs.
Nah, hot dog.
No, Dodger dog.
I'll drink to that. Pass me a Coke. It's gotta be crawfish.
Mac and cheese.
No.
7-layer dip. Ribs. No contest.
Hummus. What? You need a hot grill and an ice cold Coke.
Of course.
Football and Coke. Come on.
It's got to be Coke.
Game day? Race day.
Calls for Coke.
You know it.
It's Tailgate 101.
Make more memories together this summer. Whether you're celebrating a special occasion with friends and family, hosting clients, or treating your staff, take them to Principal Park for an unforgettable time. Groups of 25 or more qualify for reduced prices. Come eat, drink, and watch baseball as a group for as low as $7 per ticket. Visit iowacubs.com to book your outing and ask about adding on a unique group experience.
TMG Management offers exceptional apartment living at multiple great locations around Des Moines. Whether it's Civic Center downtown, Old Main Apartments near Drake University, or Crown Point and Westbrook Apartments in West Des Moines, you'll find a great apartment with a tranquil, residential atmosphere to come home to. All of their properties offer superior and professional on-site management and energy-efficient apartment homes built with your needs in mind. Let TMG Management help you round third and head home at one of their great properties. Find out more at www.tmgmanagement.com.
I'm Benjamin Cowles, and you're listening to Iowa Cubs Baseball on Hope 940.
Cade Horton going toe-to-toe tonight with Cater Montero. No score into the bottom of the fourth inning. Chase Young leads off and fouls the first pitch in the air out of the ballpark toward left field, strike one. Young struck out for the first out that Horton recorded today. One of 3 strikeouts so far. Horton fires a breaking ball dancing low, and that's taken easily by Young, so it's 1-1. He has been by far their best hitter in the lineup early on this year. 1-1 is slap foul, a high fastball on a late swing by Young, sends it back into the screen. This spring, Young hit 121 for Detroit. He played hit 241 last year at the big league club in 79 at bats. 1-2. Downstairs from Cade Horton. That was a changeup, a rare changeup for the right-hander. What does he go with 2-2? We'll find out. It's on the way, and it's lined toward right field. That's down. Franklin chasing it and cutting it off. And a great play by Franklin to limit Young to a single. Really good stuff out there in right field by Christian Franklin to prevent Young from extra bases. On a cold and wet night. Again, it hasn't rained since early this morning, but the sun has not once shined on Toledo today. That's a little bit slick out there. To get over there and hold Young to a single, that's a big deal. Good play by Franklin. So leadoff man on again. For the third time in 4 innings as Andrew Navigato comes to the plate and takes a check swing at a slider and watches it for strike one, but he'll challenge that call. And look it up to the board, that was down and in. So it's ball one instead of strike one. Both teams are perfect so far on their challenges and have 2 remaining as a result. Infield at double play depth now. 1-0 for Navigato. Off the end of the bat, popped up toward right and foul. It'll make it into the seats, which tonight are mostly vacant, minus a small pocket of fans behind the CUBS dugout and a small pocket of fans behind the third base dugout. Other than that, it's sparse, as you would expect. The 1-1 to Navigato, swinging a miss at a slider. It rolls up the first base line, but Young will stay at first. McGuire chasing it out of the box. That slider has been a problem for Toledo hitters so far, as it typically is when Horton's going well. Deep breath from Cade. He's on the way with a 1-2. Navigato takes a fastball off the inside corner, and it's even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good pitch there from Cade Horton, and just missed off the upper inside part of the plate. So it's even now, 2-2. Big pitch here. Horton deals and got him swinging on a slider. It bounces away from McGuire. Young trying to advance the throw to second. He's not quite in time. And a wild pitch on strike 3. It's Young into second. Horton has his 4th strikeout, though. With 1 out, a man in scoring position as Ben Gamble comes to the plate. Talked about the hot start for Ben Gamble. But he flied out with runners on second and third to end the first inning. And now the veteran with an opportunity here to give Toledo the lead with the first runs of the game. First pitch to the lefty. Fastball zips over the outer half for strike 1 called. Gamble checks with the umpire on whether that was the furthest extent of the corner. The umpire says yes. Gamble, 32 years old, was in spring training with Houston this year. Young leads at second, the 0-1. Gamble strides and takes another strike call. Then it's 0-2. Last year split his time in the big leagues between the Mets and Houston, hitting .247. A little bit of the time at AAA Syracuse as well, but 9 years in the big leagues for Gamble. Behind Horton 0-2, he took a slider downstairs and a good block by McGuire will keep the runner at second. Still no score in this one. Only 2 hits belong to Toledo. The CUBS yet to provide a base runner against Cater Montero. Gamble holds the bat back behind his left shoulder. Looks out of the mound, and Horton offers. Change up in the dirt, and it's now 2-2. Gamble, all kinds of honors in the International League when he was first coming up. Rookie of the Year in 2015. He was a postseason All-Star that year, and then the International League MVP with Scranton Wilkes-Barre in 2016. 2-2 pitch. Got him looking with a fastball on the outside corner, but Gamble wants to challenge it. And let's see. Strike three or ball three, it is strike three. So Gamble, as that one clipped the top of the outside corner, is down looking. Fifth strikeout for Cade Horton. And Gamble with a few words now for the home plate umpire on the way back to the dugout. Dave Ponzak shaking his head. And one challenge remains for Toledo. Good pitch from Horton there. And there are two outs with a man on second for Bly Madris, who singled into right field. And now Dane Ponzak, the home plate umpire, walking toward the Toledo dugout with his hand out and saying that's enough to Ben Gamble, who wasn't quite ready to let that one go. On to the next hitter now for Horton. First pitch slider on the outside corner, strike one. And I'm not sure what exactly Gamble was upset about, if it was something earlier in the at-bat. Remember, he won a challenge early on and lost that one. One strike pitch in the dirt. Good block again by McGuire, who pops out in front of the plate and looks the runner, Jace Young, back to second. Tough stretch here for the Toledo Mud Hens. They could desperately use a win. They've lost 4 in a row. They've been outscored by 31 runs. There's action now beginning in the Iowa Cubs bullpen, and a ball got away down there from the big right-hander warming up, Gavin Hollowell. Bullpens here throw toward home plate. Those balls that get away head back in the area of the hitter. They took care of it. Horton checks the runner in the 1-1. Line toward right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Young coming around third as Franklin picks up the ball. There will not be a play at the plate, and Toledo takes the lead on an RBI single for Bly Madris with 2 outs in the 4th inning. He has 2 of the 3 hits in this baseball game. Neither have been solid contact. That was just 82 off the bat. He got a fastball down the middle and muscled it into right field. 1-0 Toledo, their first lead of the series. 9th RBI for Madris, who leads the team. David Hensley will stand in and take a slider low for ball 1. On a night when the offense has given you nothing, literally, they haven't had a base runner yet through 4 innings. The Iowa Cubs now down 1-0. Horton's 1-0 pitch is fought off foul by Hensley. Straight back, another fastball, 94 that time. Fastball in the first inning was consistently at 97. And more at 94, 95 now as we've moved into the middle innings. And Horton nearing the end, up at 65 pitches with the 65th coming right now. And it's low and outside. Another fastball, 2-1. Feel like Hollowell has a chance to come on this inning, depending on how long it goes, or will almost certainly start the 5th inning if Horton can finish the 4th. Here's the pitch, a slider biting off a chunk of the outside edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on David Hensley. A runner at first, a run in already for the Mud Hens this inning. They lead 1-0. Hands together at the belt. Horton throws to first, and diving back in time was Madris. I said it on Tuesday when the I-Cubs scored 14 runs. You kind of felt like at some point you wish you could bottle some of these up and bring them back out later on in a game when you needed some offense. And who knew that time would be the next game when you just can't get a man on base. 2-2 to Hensley. Slider down and away, checked his swing and laid off, and it's now a full count, which means the runner at first will get a head start here. And the average breaking ball in the big leagues, 2,400 RPM. That was 25-27. Runner goes, 3-2 fastball, swing and a miss. Hensley down on strikes, and Horton ends the inning with his sixth punch out of the game. But Toledo is on the board first tonight. 1 run on a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Now the iCubs offense has had some time here to settle into this game, now trying to produce. Down 1-0. The 5th inning is next on the iCubs Broadcast Network.
Want a burger that jumps out at you? Then Zombie Burger and Drink Lab is the place to go. Zombie Burger is the home of the famous gourmet bashed burger, a custom 3-cut beef blend that's smashed on the grill for a crispy edge that seals in the flavor. There are more than 25 signature burgers and sandwiches are topped with everything: guacamole, cheese curds, you name it. Zombie Burger has it. Remember, any burger can be ordered with a vegetarian or vegan patty. Need your zombie fast? Order online at zombieburgerdm.com or visit Zombie Burger in downtown Des Moines, just blocks from Principal Park and Jordan Creek Mall. Zombie Burger, it's a no-brainer.
Escape to paradise at Principal Park for Margaritaville night on Friday, June 14th. Enjoy a night of island vibes with a live performance by Banana Wind, a Hawaiian t-shirt giveaway to the first 1,000 fans, and the ultimate feast, a cheeseburger and margarita special. Kick back, soak up the summer fun, and enjoy baseball with a tropical twist. Get your tickets now at iowacubs.com.
Looking for the perfect home? Artisan Management Group has you covered at Cityville on 9, the Iowa Cubs home away from home. With a resort-style pool, state-of-the-art fitness center, and an expansive dog park, they've got all the bases covered. Choose a studio, 1, 2, or 3-bedroom apartments, all just a home run distance from Principal Park. Find your perfect place at cityvilleon9.com or explore all their communities at artisanmanagementgroup.com. Cityville on 9. Live well, live artisan.
Now back to the ballpark for Iowa Cubs baseball on Hope 940.
The Iowa Cubs trail the Toledo Mudhens 1-0 as inning number 5 gets underway. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the iCubs against Cater Montero. The Iowa Cubs looking for their first base runner today as Montero comes home with a slider and bends it over the inside part of the plate to long, strike 1. Certainly 1-run minor problems for this lineup this season. A fastball downstairs, and it's even. They have come back from down in several games this year. Again, their 3 losses this season were all very winnable games. And a 5-run lead against Omaha the first Saturday of the year. Gave up 10 straight to lose. 1-1 pitch, bites the outside corner. Little fastball with some run back to the edge by Montero. And that makes it 1-2 on Long, who flied to center his first time up. Montero wiggles his shoulders and comes home. Slider taps softly on the ground over the mound is short. Snapped up by Navigato, whose throw to first is just in time to get Long. And 13 in a row have been set down to start the ballgame by Cater Montero. 1 out for Ben Cowles. Ben Cowles flied to right his first time up. Stands in on the right side and looks at a first pitch inside for ball 1. Cater Montero last September threw a complete game for the Tigers, complete game shutout as they were heading down the stretch toward the playoffs. 1-0 to Cowles, swing and a miss. Another slider, and it's even a ball and a strike. That was the first complete game period for the Tigers since 2021, let alone a shutout. And it was what they now call a Maddox. 1-1 to Cowles, runs inside, and he pulls his hands back, which means a shutout using less than 100 pitches. And he faced the minimum, 27 batters in 9 innings on the way to that shutout. Really impressive to do that. 2-1 to Cowles. And this big breaking ball catches the lower inside corner to even it up 2-2. Now, every player who reached base, the next hitter or a hitter later that inning bounced into a double play. 2-2 with one out. Cowles swings at his slider and lofts it in the air. A lazy fly ball to right. Van Gamble is there, and it's 14 in a row set down by Cater Montero. 2 gone for Kevin Alcantara, who struck out in his first appearance in the batter's box today. Take a look at the Mercy One out-of-town scoreboard. A couple of games postponed in the International League, one in Scranton-Wilkes-Barre and the other in Buffalo. They'll make those up later on this week. Gwinnett beat Norfolk 6-1 today. As Montero attacks Alcantara, dropped a fastball down and off the outside corner for ball 1. Top 6, Columbus shutting out Worcester on the road 2-0. Syracuse and Lehigh Valley are scoreless. They are in the bottom of the third. Jacksonville up 2-1 over Charlotte in the second. Omaha and St. Paul about to get started in Minnesota. 1-0 for Alcantara. Outside again, ball 2. And they are being delayed in both Louisville and Nashville tonight. Not able to get going yet in either of those locales. 2 balls, no strikes. Hitters count for Alcantara, and he swings and misses. A big cut. 2-1. The next pitch will finally be the 50th of the game for Cater Montero. That's how good he has been attacking the zone and getting outs. 2 balls and a strike. Alcantara waits. Here it comes. Outside, no, called a strike, and it's 2-2. He didn't like that pitch. And I think if he had challenged it, it would have been just a little bit low and outside. So instead of 3-1, it's 2-2. Alcantara yelling timeout, finally gets the attention of the home plate umpire and will step out of the box. Single A Myrtle Beach up at home 5-1 over Carolina. Carolina has the bases loaded, though, in the 4th. Myrtle Beach looking for their first win of that series. 2-2 for Kevin Alcantara. Swing and a miss. He struck out on the slider again, and Cater Montero has used 51 pitches to retire the first 15 batters of the ballgame. He has 6 strikeouts, and we will head to the bottom of the 5th. Halfway home tonight, it's 1-0 Toledo. And the iCubs are headed to the bullpen. We'll tell you who's coming on after the break of the iCubs Broadcast Network.
Whether it's a Friday night or the 4th of July celebration, Iowa Cubs fans truly love the great fireworks shows at Principal Park each and every season. J&M Displays is a longtime provider of all Iowa Cubs fireworks shows. J&M Displays is ready to help with any event or celebration you have in mind. Their experienced team of expert pyrotechnicians are creative and highly trained to make your event one that will never be forgotten for fireworks and special effects. Call on J&M Displays, one of the largest suppliers in the Midwest. Go to jnmdisplays.com for more information.
Get ready for 2 nights of live music at Principal Park. Join us Friday, May 23rd for a rock show featuring the Pork Tornadoes, Damon Dotson, and the Punching Pandas. Then on Saturday, May 24th, country star Craig Campbell takes the stage with Jordan Beam and Brad Morgan. Both shows start at 6 p.m. with gates opening at 5. General admission is just $15 per night or $25 for both. Upgrade to a hospitality package or go all in with a Bud Club table for the ultimate concert experience. Get your tickets now at iowacubs.com.
Cubs fans, it's time to bring down the house with Extreme powered by Mediacom. With internet speeds up to an amazing 1 gig and supercharged whole home Wi-Fi. You'll turn your house into the hottest hotspot on the block. Play with no limits. Stream with no worries. Speed into a new dimension of power and reliability. And get ready to feel extreme. Powered by Mediacom.
Let's get back to Iowa Cubs baseball on Hope 940 with Jason Kemp.
The big right-hander Gavin Hollowell is on for the Iowa Cubs, replacing Cade Horton to begin the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 Toledo leads. Their catcher, Steven Scott, will greet Hollowell. In on the left side, he holds the bat low and takes fastball down and off the outside corner for ball one. First pitch from Hollowell came in at 94 miles per hour. Hollowell fires again, and he missed inside this time at 94. And it's 2-0. This Plumbers and Steamfitters pitching change reminds you that in today's business climate, you need partners you can trust and that care about you and your company as well as your customers. 2-0. Scott takes a strike. Partners like Plumbers and Steamfitters Local Union number 33. Local Union number 33 finds the right people, trains them well, and supplies them with a reliable workforce. Hollowell reaches back out of the stretch and blows a fastball by Scott to get even 2-2. For more information, log on to ualocal33.org. Plumbers and Steamfitters, proud sponsor of pitching changes on the Iowa Cubs radio network. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Scott here to open up bottom half of inning number 5. Hollowell, large out on the mound, 6'7", 215 pounds, comes home out of the windup and just misses away, and it's a full count. Hollowell acquired off waivers in 2023. Payoff pitch. Scott took a called third strike. He was ready to shovel the bat over toward the dugout, but he's rung up by Dane Ponzak. That one nibbled on the outside corner, and Hollowell's day begins with a punch-out. Third appearance of the year for Gavin Hollowell tonight. 1-0 with a 7.71 ERA. He's allowed 2 runs in 2 1/3 innings. Now gets Riley Unroe, the 9-hitter, who bounced to second in his first at-bat. Hollowell starts him with a slider, 85 miles an hour on the inside edge for strike 1. Hollowell hands at the belt, fires another slider, and this one breaks off and around the outside corner. Even the count 1-1. So Cade Horton, 4 innings, 1 run allowed on 3 hits. He struck out 6 for the second straight start and walked 3. Fastball from Hollowell, outside and low, 2 balls and a strike. On the number 9 hitter, Unroe. So Horton so far 7 1/3 innings this year, 7 walks, 12 strikeouts. 1 run allowed. 2-1 pitch is a backdoor slider that gets Hollowell even at 2-2. Base runners in every inning today for the Mud Hens. The Iowa Cubs do not have a single base runner today. Although the score is just 1-0 in favor of the home team, it feels a lot more one-sided. And a timeout called here, and they want Hollowell to make sure the hitter is in the box before he begins his delivery. The umpire waved his arms and pointed to his eyeballs and then out to Hollowell. Now the 2-2 is okayed. And it missed low. So full count on a second straight hitter for Hollowell. Talked about Myrtle Beach with a 5-1 lead over Carolina. Alexi Lumpoy has a couple of knocks for the Pelicans. And the 3-2 changeup is outside and ball 4. Hollowell walking the tightrope there and eventually lets a man wriggle off the hook. 4th walk of the game for iCubs pitching. Back to the top of the order in Jahmai Jones, who has earned 2 walks today. Three men left on base for Toledo tonight. First pitch with a man on base, hit through the left side. A ground ball between short and third for a base hit. Jahmai Jones has been on base after all 3 at-bats have concluded. And now it's Ha-Yu Lee, who has walked himself 1 time and also grounded into an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. You'd love another one of those if you're Gavin Hollowell and the iCubs. High A South Bend, no score, no hits in that game at the bottom of the 3rd inning. Can't imagine they have great weather in South Bend today either. 2 on, 1 out for the number 2 hitter Lee. Hollowell starts him with a slider low, ball one. 43 degrees there, so a little bit better than we have here condition-wise in Toledo. Knoxville was postponed again tonight in Rocket City. They'll play a doubleheader later this week as Hollowell's 1-0 is hit in the air, twisting toward right field, giving it a look. Franklin, he'll run out of real estate, and that lands in the seats in the right field corner. And, of course, the Cubs had today off. They'll be out in L.A. to take on the Dodgers, who they opened the series or the season with in Japan about a month ago. That'll start tomorrow. Only one game going on right now in the big leagues. 1-1 to Lee, yanked outside by Hollowell, 2 balls and a strike. Already 1-0 Toledo. They have 2 on with 1 out for the middle of their order here in the 5th inning against the iCubs bullpen. Braves lead the Phillies 1-0 in the 3rd. That's the only game currently in progress. Hollowell's 2-1, bounce to short again. Cowles to Machado for 1. On to first, and another double play. Second of the game hit into by Hyu Lee. And Hollowell gets out of a jam here in inning number 5. Once again, a Roto-Rooter double play. Did you know Roto-Rooter can help you unclog a drain and also take care of water restoration, mold testing and removal, and commercial and residential plumbing? Next time you need to get out of a jam, call on Roto-Rooter Des Moines. Make all your troubles go down the drain. Good work from Hollowell. We're on to the 6th. The iCubs still looking for a base runner against Cater Montero when we come back on Hope 940.
Great news. 2025 Iowa Cubs season tickets are still available, and there's no better place to spend your summer than out at the ballpark. You'll get access to the best seats at the best price, free parking, invitation to member-only events, and so much more. Let's take your fandom to the next level and become a season ticket member today. Call 515-243-6111 or visit iowacubs.com to buy your tickets. We can't wait to see you at Principal Park.
Musco Sports Lighting is a proud sponsor of the Iowa Cubs. Since 1976, Musco has called Iowa home while creating the most innovative sports lighting solutions in the world. Musco's LED system improves visibility and creates light shows to celebrate everything from a home run to another iCubs win. From Principal Park to community fields to the biggest stadiums in the world, Musco creates a better experience for players and fans. Learn more at musco.com.
A 10-game flex pack is the perfect way to experience all of the fun of an Iowa Cubs game at Principal Park while not being tied to a set of dates. Create a customized experience just for you. Use all 10 tickets for one game or mix and match them over multiple visits. The choice is yours. Flex pack tickets are good for any game all season long. Visit iowacubs.com to get yours today.
Iowa Cubs baseball lives here on Hope 940. And now, Jason Kemp.
Bottom 3rd of the order for the Iowa Cubs at the top of the 6th. They trail 1-0 as Carlos Perez swings at the first pitch. It's a looping fly ball to center, and charging to make the catch is Jahmai Jones. 1 pitch and 1 out. A familiar refrain for the iCubs offense today. Lefty Brandon Hughes throwing now in the Iowa Cubs bullpen, and for the first time tonight, there is a pitcher tossing in the bullpen for Toledo. 1 out quickly for Dixon Machado, a strikeout victim his first time up. Cater Montero fires up and in on the hands of Machado, ball 1. Only 53 pitches thrown by Cater Montero, but they may have an innings limit on him, which is why the bullpen starts to toss. 1-0. Breaking ball and a good one. Gets the count even on Machado, a ball and a strike. I saw over the last couple of days, a couple of publications have put out their rankings of minor league baseball teams talent-wise. 1-1 fastball sinks low, 2 balls and a strike. And the similar thing among those rankings, one by MLB Pipeline, the other by Baseball America. There's some differences, but the Iowa Cubs are number 1 on both. Hitters count 2-1. Machado swings, hits a ground ball hard, but right at the shortstop. Navigato up with it, moving left, throws to first. 17 straight have been retired to open the ball game. And Reese McGuire will bat with 2 outs in the 6th inning. And out of the dugout comes the manager of the Toledo Mudhens, Gabe Alvarez. And he's going to, it appears, take Cater Montero out of this game after 56 pitches and 5 2/3 innings of perfect baseball. He's got his hands on his hips. The infield is gathered around, and now the call to the bullpen has been made. A plumber's in. Steve Fitter's pitching change for Toledo, a welcome sight for the I-Cubs, who had nothing against Cater Montero. He does not allow a base runner and strikes out 6. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is coming on after the break on the I-Cubs Broadcast Network.
Make more memories together this summer. Whether you're celebrating a special occasion with friends and family, hosting clients, or treating your staff, take them to Principal Park for an unforgettable time. Groups of 25 or more qualify for reduced prices. Come eat, drink, and watch baseball as a group for as low as $7 per ticket. Visit iowacubs.com to book your outing and ask about adding on a unique group experience.
The Iowa Cubs and Central Iowa Mechanical are proud to pay tribute to our community's military, law enforcement, fire, and first responder service members all season long at Principal Park and our Salute to Service program. An active duty or veteran of military service, law enforcement, professional firefighter, or first responder will be recognized on the field before the game. To nominate your candidate to be honored in the field in the Iowa Cubs Central Iowa Mechanical Salute to Service program, visit iowacubs.com.
More Iowa Cubs baseball with Jason Kemp on Hope 940.
Great news for the Iowa Cubs, who trail 1-0 with 2 outs in the top of the 6th after 5 2/3 perfect innings. The starter, Cater Montero, is out of the game. And in his place, right-hander Tyler Owens will enter, 24-year-old and former Atlanta Braves prospect. He spent last year between AA Frisco with Texas and AA Erie with the Tigers. He is on the hill. 2 outs, nobody on for Reese McGuire. Spring training this year, 4 1/3 scoreless innings for Owens, who starts the at-bat against McGuire with a pitch off the plate at 95 miles per hour. Fastball, splitter, sinker, and occasionally a slider as well. Owens out of the stretch, a high-effort delivery, and McGuire laid on the swing, sends it foul, spiraling down the left field line. Owens last year with Erie was 1-3 with a 3.31 ERA. More than a strikeout per inning pitched. He tried a changeup, and it missed low and outside. 2 balls and a strike on McGuire. Grounded to second in his only at-bat so far. 1-0 still, Toledo on top. Matt Manning is throwing in their bullpen, and the 2-1 from Owens is fouled back into the net. 2-2 with 2 outs. The Iowa Cubs without a base runner today. But yeah, those rankings, again, they don't necessarily translate to the best teams record-wise, but the teams with the most talent, the Iowa Cubs #1 in both rankings. 2-2 to McGuire, breaks into the dirt, and Reese has worked it full. And there are some AAA teams. In fact, most of the top 10 in MLB Pipeline's list is compiled of AAA teams. Iowa, Charlotte, Worcester, Norfolk, Tacoma, St. Paul, and Durham all in there. As the payoff pitch is on the way and hit in the air down the left field line, foul once again. The non-AAA teams, Everett, a Seattle farm system, West Michigan, a Detroit farm team, and Birmingham, a Chicago White Sox farm club. 3-2 again, and a timeout called by McGuire. The other rankings by Baseball America, again with Iowa #1, the other AAA teams, Charlotte, St. Paul, Oklahoma City, Las Vegas, Tacoma, and Worcester. Now the 3-2 to McGuire. And he took low and inside, ball 4, and that'll break up the perfect game. One batter into the bullpen. No base runner 17 times at the plate against Montero. One batter against Owens, and he reaches. So a man on for the leadoff hitter, Christian Franklin now, who is 0 for 2. Fly to center, struck out swinging. Owens out of the stretch. Drops his slider in the dirt, blocked there by Steven Scott, who calls timeout and asks for a new baseball. Coming home next week, the CUBS, again, the most talented team in AAA or in all of minor league baseball, plays St. Paul, another top 10 team in both rankings. Toledo the Twins. Franklin looks at a 1-0 pitch outside off the plate, and it's 2-0. Oh, you'd love to find a gap here. Turn around the complexion of this game in a hurry. It is a hitter's count for Franklin. Seeing the ball well, the 2-0 pitch. And it's a strike. That one caught the bottom of the zone. Franklin put his hand on his helmet, but did not challenge the call. You have to tap it. He had his hand resting on his helmet, I think considering whether he wanted to or not. Still, he is in the driver's seat here, 2-1. Owens fires. That's in the dirt behind the left-hand batter's box, and Scott slides to knock it down. And it's 3-1 on Franklin, and now you're one pitch out of the zone from getting the tying run into scoring position here with 2 outs in inning number 6. 1-0 Toledo. Long hair and a long beard for Owens. Hair down below his shoulders. As he fires the 3-1, that's outside off the plate, ball 4. Owens has come on and walked back-to-back hitters. And now Vidal Brujan has a chance to tie the game with a base hit. Brujan beginning his rehab assignment today. 0 for 2, struck out looking in the first, popped out to third in the fourth. Owens stares in, comes home, and missed up and off the outside corner, ball 1. Owens off to a tough start this year, prior to today as well. 5 innings, 7 runs allowed, 4 of them earned on 6 hits and 5 walks. The next pitch, Brujan swinging and missing. Came up empty on a sinker on the inside corner at 93 miles per hour. That was probably not a pitch you want to swing at there with a guy struggling to throw strikes. Good chance that was ball 2. Runners lead. Owens finally steps off. McGuire had skipped about halfway to third, and finally the infield was yelling, hey, step off. That was going to be the easiest double steal of the season. Big leads again, 1-1 from Owens. Brujan takes, low and outside. Ballesteros waiting on deck, hoping for an opportunity here in the 6th inning. McGuire, the tying run at second. Go-ahead run, Franklin at first. Brujan waiting. 2-1 pitch. It's a slider down, and it's 3 balls and a strike. Owens has come on and thrown 16 pitches, 11 out of the zone. After Montero retired all 17 he faced. 3-1 pitch with 2 on base. Brujan swings. It's a big chopper to first. Glove there by Madris, and that ball took him right to the base as the inning comes to an end. The CUBS cannot take advantage of a couple of 2-out walks by Tyler Owens. They leave a pair, and they are still hitless after 5.5. It's 1-0 Toledo on the CUBS Broadcast Network.
Want something to keep the kids entertained during the summer? Look no further. A Cubbies Kids Club membership is perfect. For only $28, any child age 13 or younger can join. Membership benefits include tickets to every Sunday home game, 12 treat vouchers, a Cubbies Kids Club t-shirt, free access to the playground on Sundays, and an on-field experience with Iowa Cubs players. Visit iowacubs.com to sign up your young all-star.
Furniture Options has been specializing in furnishing apartments since 1985. They're proud to provide people in transition with quality rental furnishings, impeccable service, and affordable rates. Check out FurnitureOptions.com to find out more about their selection and flexible payment options. Their showroom is open weekdays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Whether it's work or anything else that takes you into temporary housing, Furniture Options can help. Furniture Options, options for a changing environment.
Escape to paradise at Principal Park for Margaritaville night on Friday, June 14th. Enjoy a night of island vibes with a live performance by Banana Wind, a Hawaiian t-shirt giveaway to the first 1,000 fans, and the ultimate feast, a cheeseburger and margarita special. Kick back, soak up the summer fun, and enjoy baseball with a tropical twist. Get your tickets now at iowacubs.com.
Get your peanuts ready. Iowa Cubs baseball is back on Hope 940.
Middle of the order due up here, 3, 4, and 5 for the Toledo Mudhens in a game they lead 1-0. And another plumbers and steam fitters pitching change for the Iowa Cubs. Veteran left-hander Brandon Hughes is on from the bullpen to face Chase Young first. Leadoff hitter this inning, 1 for 2 with a run scored, the only run in the ballgame so far. Hughes left on left out of the stretch. Slings a first pitch fastball over for strike one, 90 miles per hour at the knees on the inside corner. This is the third appearance for Hughes. And he threw a slider up and in. Young leading out of the way, and it's even 1 ball and 1 strike. Hughes has taken the loss in each of his first 2 games. 0-2 with an ERA of 27. 1-1 slider finds the inside edge, and it's now 1-2 on Young. Hughes has allowed 5 runs on 2 hits in an inning and a third. He's home with a big kick of the right leg, and he shot the outside corner and froze Chase Young. Struck him out looking. Good start for Brandon Hughes tonight. That's the 8th strikeout for Iowa Cubs pitching. Gavin Hollowell has scored this inning in his first appearance of the series. And now it's Andrew Navigato, who has struck out twice today. 0 for 2 with a couple of punch outs. As Hughes deals. And that's way inside. A slider bounced about a foot in front of the plate and then up toward the hitter, who stumbled across home plate. Reese McGuire, the catcher, wearing a winter hat underneath his helmet. Something you don't see very often. A catcher back there wearing a winter cap. 1-0 pitch, line through the right side, a base hit. Navigato couldn't put it in play in his first 2 at-bats. He does here and has a base hit, the 5th of the game for Toledo. That one a rocket off the bat, 105 into right field. And that puts a man on for Ben Gamble, who is 0 for 2 tonight. And Gamble, who had words for Dane Ponzak, the home plate umpire, after he struck out looking in the 4th, has a more friendly conversation as he steps into the box this time. They're trying to explain himself. Lefty on lefty again, and Hughes starts. Gamble missing high and away. Gamble had shown bunt there. And as he started to run toward first, pulled the bat back. Here's a broken bat, flared on 1 hop to third. Long up with it to second for 1. On to first, not in time. Gamble runs too well. That bat splintered into several pieces. One of them ended up halfway between the mound and second base, and another piece of the bat ended up on the first baseline in foul ground. Long wasn't sure if he could get there in the air or not. He ended up playing it nicely on a short hop with soft hands. First game at third base this year, and then through to second to get the lead runner. So 2 outs, Gamble at first. And the batter is Bly Madris, another lefty, who is 2 for 2 with the lone RBI on a single back in the 4th. They give him room on the left side of the infield. Hughes stares at first and comes home with a big sweeping breaking ball missing down and off the outside corner. Runner goes, pitches outside. Throw to second by McGuire, not in time. Gamble got his foot in there. He had a great jump over at first. He wanted to run on the first pitch. He had twitched towards second, but decided to stay put, and this time he got in there pretty easily, despite McGuire being pretty quick back there to transition into throwing. So there's an insurance run with good speed at second, 2-0 on Madris. Hughes fires, swing and a miss. Out of slider, he had Madris fooled on that one. A right-handed hitter on deck, so this is the guy that Hughes wants. The bullpen is quiet behind him. Hughes home. Madris took a fastball at the bottom of the zone, and it's 2-2. Madris thought that was ball 3, backed out of the box and stared at the home plate umpire. Third season in the Cubs system for Brandon Hughes. Those have been spaced out over the course of his career. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a look at second, and the pitch. Sky down the left field line and twisting out of play foul. Offense, as you might expect on a day like today, has been at a premium. But Toledo has 5 hits and the I-Cubs have 0. And it's 1-0 Mudhens. They do have a man on second base here with 2 outs in the 6th. Another 2-2 pitch, and a fastball zips high. It's full 3-2. And again, with a right-handed hitter on deck, this is the guy you want as the left-handed pitching Brandon Hughes. Feels like 30 degrees right now in downtown Toledo. Here's a check swing on a breaking ball, 3-2, and it's outside. He walked it, ball 4. And there are 2 on now with 2 outs for the right-handed hitting Hensley. So a big spot here, the way the I-Cubs offense has struggled today. Feel like you can't afford to fall behind by much more than the 1 run you currently trail by. David Hensley 0 for 2. 2 for 28 on the year. But batting with 2 on and 2 outs, first pitch, the slider is missing a little bit down, ball 1. That was right down Main Street, but low. Not a bad pitch at all. Hensley waits, 1-0 pitch. Fastball popped out of the mid of McGuire. And it'll be 2 balls and no strikes. That one was upstairs, so he missed just low. Now he misses high. And rolled a little bit toward the Iowa Cubs dugout. 2-0 count, the runner's unable to advance. And here he comes, 2-0. Hughes gets a swing and a miss. Back foot slider to Hensley, who could not lay off a pitch that I think would have been ball 3. It certainly would have. Down and in. Hughes comes back with a fastball, and that misses high. 3 balls and a strike. So a single, then a fielder's choice, then a walk. And now a 3-1 count on Hensley with Steven Scott on deck. Another left-handed hitter. Check of the runners. Payoff pitch. Hensley takes outside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks with 2 outs by Brandon Hughes. Well, in the end, he'll get another lefty up there. But first, Tony Kagul, the pitching coach, who is wearing almost a parka and a winter hat, is walking out to the mound to talk to Brandon Hughes. Steven Scott today, left-handed hitting catcher, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And I think you've got to go right after him here. And it's a 1-0 game. The I-Cubs are being no-hit through 6 innings. And any other runs that come across here would feel fairly devastating to your odds of coming back. Brooks Kriske just sprinted down to the bullpen and is starting to throw a weighted ball here in a hurry, and now he's tossed a baseball and is going to get to work. So Steven Scott in the batter's box trying to break this game open a little bit for Toledo. After back-to-back 2-out walks from Brandon Hughes have loaded the bases. 6 walks for I-Cubs pitching tonight. First pitch, lefty on lefty, it's downstairs, ball 1. And Hughes has thrown 12 balls in 21 pitches. Runners lead at every base. Gamble, Madris, and Hensley from third to first. Hughes deals. He missed low again. 2 balls and no strikes. Couple of fastballs in a row, and neither of them able to catch the bottom of the zone. No place to put Scott. 2 balls and no strikes. Hughes comes home, and there's his strike on the inside corner, 2-1. See if he found the release point there, right on the inside edge. Cowles, the shortstop, shaded a hair up the middle at second. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball right at Cowles. He'll field it and step on the second base bag to end the inning. 6 unassisted as Brandon Hughes walks the tightrope a bit in the 6th. He loads the bases with a couple of 2-out walks and then gets out of it with a ground ball. It's still 1-0. Toledo on top. The iCubs Broadcast Network.
Looking for the perfect home? Artisan Management Group has you covered at Cityville on 9. The Iowa Cubs home away from home with a resort-style pool, state-of-the-art fitness center, and an expansive dog park. They've got all the bases covered. Choose studio, 1, 2, or 3-bedroom apartments, all just a home run distance from Principal Park. Find your perfect place at cityvilleon9.com or explore all their communities at artisanmanagementgroup.com. Cityville on 9. Live well, live artisan.
Get ready for 2 nights of live music at Principal Park. Join us Friday, May 23rd for a rock show featuring the Pork Tornadoes, Damon Dotson, and Punching Pandas. Then on Saturday, May 24th, country star Craig Campbell takes the stage with Jordan Beam and Brad Morgan. Both shows start at 6 p.m. with gates opening at 5. General admission is just $15 per night or $25 for both. Upgrade to a hospitality package or go all in with a Bud Club table for the ultimate concert experience. Get your tickets now at iowacubs.com.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Hope 940 is your home for Iowa Cubs baseball all summer long.
Back to the bullpen with the Plumbers and Steamfitters pitching change. Go the Toledo Mudhens with a 1-0 lead in the 7th. It'll be right-hander Matt Manning. Third pitcher used by Toledo. He'll face Moises Ballesteros to get started. Manning, former number 9 overall pick by Detroit in 2016. A lanky right-hander works out of the stretch and misses down and into Ballesteros, ball 1. The first pitch was a fastball at 95 miles per hour. Comes home again, and Ballesteros stepped out of the way of another pitch down and in, 2-0. Mainly a four-seamer and a sweeper for Matt Manning, who for a long time was the #1 prospect in the Tigers farm system. 2-0. Ballesteros swinging away. It's a fly ball to center. Not deep. Jones coming in fact, and Jeremiah Jones makes the catch. 1 out in the 7th for Jonathan Long, who's 0 for 2. Good pitch to hit there for Ballesteros. Maybe a little bit high, though. And he got underneath it, as you might expect. So 1 out for Jonathan Long. Fly to center in the 2nd, grounded short of the 5th. Manning deals. Long swings and sends one spinning toward the right field corner, but foul. Matt Manning this year pitching for the 3rd time. This is his first game out of the bullpen. He has struggled. 9 runs on 9 hits in 7 1/3 innings. 7 strikeouts, 5 walks for Manning. He's ahead of Jonathan Long, 0-1. Pitch number 2. Breaking ball, cued foul off the end of the bat. And it's off the front of the iCubs dugout, 0-2 on Long. The iCubs just have not been able to do anything with the bat on the ball today. Their lone threat came with 2 walks in the 6th before Bruhan grounded out. 0-2 on the way. Long fouled it back again. He's been in swing mode here early on in this one. Manning sets just above the belt. 0-2 pitch, a slider chased down and away by Long. He strikes out swinging. And there are 2 away in the 7th for Ben Cowles, who has flied to right twice. You start looking at the history books now. The last no-hitter thrown against the I-Cubs back in 2017. Swing and a miss by Cowles, strike 1 on a heater by Manning. Oh, 0-1 the count, 1-0 Toledo in the 7th. Manning fires. Cowles swings, ground ball, base hit into left field. And the I-Cubs, all I had to do was mention it, I guess. Last time they had been no hit, and Ben Cowles provides their first of the day with 2 outs in the 7th inning. Cowles had a hit in each of the first 6 games this year. Then he had gone 2 in a row without a hit, and now right back in the hit column here. First of the day on a ground ball through the left side, perfectly placed. And with 2 outs, Kevin Alcantara is the batter. Cowles running on the first pitch. His slider down and away. Throw to second is laid, and the tying run is into scoring position. So Ben Cowles trying to provide a spark here late in the game. Running immediately, and he has his first stolen base of the year. Base hit away from tying this baby up. 1-0 for Alcantara. It's a slider bending outside, and that's the pitch. They are working with Alcantara to try and lay off. This time he did, and if he can eliminate that, then he becomes a much more dangerous hitter. 2-0. Manning checks Cowles and delivers, and it's another slider biting down and out for ball 3. On deck is Carlos Perez, the veteran. Cowles a walking lead, held by Young. And now 3-0 pitch to Alcantara on the way. Fastball down, ball 4. Couple of 2-out base runners again. This is the second straight inning that with 2 outs, the I-Cubs have put 2 men on. They did it with back-to-back walks in the 6th. And now a single and a walk with 2 outs in the 7th, and Carlos Perez will be the hitter. He has tapped out in front of the plate and flied to center. New baseballs brought out for the home plate umpire. And do the I-Cubs have a big hit? Perez a grand slam on Tuesday. Waggles the bat overhead. Manning takes a deep breath, fires, and it's a check swing tapper toward the mound. Over on the first base side, Manning picks it up, and he underhands to first to end the inning. That's the second time Perez has had a didn't mean to check swing bouncer that stayed in fair territory. This one ends the inning. No runs, the I-Cubs with their first hit of the game here in the 7th. And it's time to stretch in Toledo with the Mudhens on top 1-0, looking for their first win on this homestand on the I-Cubs Broadcast Network.
Great news. 2025 Iowa Cubs season tickets are still available, and there's no better place to spend your summer than out at the ballpark. You'll get access to the best seats at the best price, free parking, invitation to member-only events, and so much more. Let's take your fandom to the next level and become a season ticket member today. Call 515-243-6111 or visit iowacubs.com to buy your tickets. We can't wait to see you at Principal Park.
Best tailgate? It's gotta be burgers and an ice cold Coke.
Real football y pollo asado.
Hoops and wait, it's subs.
Nah, hot dog.
No, Dodger dog.
I'll drink to that. Pass me a Coke. It's gotta be crawfish.
Mac and cheese. No. 7-layer dip. Ribs. No contest.
Hummus. What? You need a hot grill and an ice cold Coke.
Of course.
Football and Coke, come on.
It's got to be Coke.
Game day? Race day.
Calls for Coke.
You know it.
It's Tailgate 101.
A 10-game flex pack is the perfect way to experience all of the fun of an Iowa Cubs game at Principal Park while not being tied to a set of dates. Create a customized experience just for you. Use all 10 tickets for one game or mix and match them over multiple visits. The choice is yours. Flex pack tickets are good for any game all season long. Visit iowacubs.com to get yours today.
I'm Owen Casey, and you're listening to Iowa Cubs baseball on Hope 940.
Brandon Hughes, who had a man up in the bullpen behind him when he left the bases loaded in the 6th inning, is going to earn a second inning here in the 7th. Riley Unroe, the hitter, leads off and fouls back the first pitch off the face mask of Reese McGuire. Strike one on Unroe, who has walked and grounded to second today. 1-0 Toledo on top. From the belt, Brandon Hughes, again working out of the stretch. And a breaking ball chopped into the Toledo dugout. It hits the back wall and pops back out onto the field. A right-hander starting to throw in the bullpen now for the Iowa Cubs. That looks like Daniel Palencia. So Kriske got up at the end of the last inning. He is back in the dugout by the heater. And an 0-2 pitch, he's sent home by Hughes. Unroe takes it upstairs. Now, an added visitor in the clubhouse this week, thanks to assistant hitting coach Rachel Folden here in this road trip as Hughes sends one to the backstop, and it's even 2-2. Her dog Hank has been in the iCubs clubhouse. That gives the guys something to do, especially with all the rain delays going on. Hank is in there with his Frisbee every day. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Hughes with a strikeout as he pulled the string on Riley Unroe. And Hughes has his second punch out of the day. Takes us back to the top of the Toledo lineup, and Jahmai Jones, whose on-base percentage has skyrocketed today. 2 walks and a single. He has not been retired yet tonight. As Hughes rocks in and fires a breaking ball, bounce just wide of third and down the line into the Toledo bullpen. You know, the cold weather here, it's sort of a blessing that the bullpens, which are in the field of play, do not feature a space for players to sit on the bench. There's no room. 0-1 from Hughes. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 on Jones, who waved over a slider. Now, there's no benches down there like you typically have. And so the other relievers who are not actively warming up are in the dugout, huddled as close to the heater as they can get, trying to stay ready if their name is called. Hughes ahead again, 0-2 to Jones. After a long look in, he comes home and struck him out swinging with a heater. Speaking of heaters, Brandon Hughes goes to his for his third strikeout tonight. And now it's Hayu Lee, who has had a tough day. He walked in his first at-bat, and since that point has grounded into a pair of double plays, 6-4-3 both times. The kick of the right leg of the pitch, a slider down and in for ball one. And speaking of Rachel Folden, I was sent an article today about the assistant hitting coach in Lynchburg. Fastball just missed in, 2-0 on Lee. Lynchburg, the single-A affiliate of the Cleveland Guardians. Their assistant hitting coach is Amanda Kamakona, who is good friends with Rachel Folden and credits her for helping her get a job with the Guardians. 2-1 after a swing and a miss by Lee. And Rachel told me that her and Amanda played travel ball against each other, played in high school against one another, in college against one another. 2-1 breaking ball fought off out of the right side, and it's even now on Hayu Lee with 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the 7th. Toledo leading 1-0. They also played pro softball together for a brief time. And Rachel had nothing but good things to say about her, and more women making their way into those full-time coaching roles in big league organizations. 2-2. Check swing and a changeup, and it's out. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Hayu Lee with Jace Young waiting on deck. He was the first batter that Hughes faced in the 6th inning. 3-2, driven foul toward right, and Lee stays alive. 22-year-old Hayu Lee waits for another payoff pitch. Here it is from Hughes. Skied toward right and foul. And we'll do it again in a moment. Lee participated in the Futures game last year, which was in Detroit. Also the 2022 organizational all-star when he was with Philadelphia. 3-2 again, foul back, and Lee continues to battle here. Eight pitches in, and now the ninth for Brandon Hughes, who's up to 40 in the game. It's on the way. Line to right, Christian Franklin racing back, spinning around, leaning down, and he pulls it in around knee high to end the inning. So Brandon Hughes with a 1-2-3 frame in his second inning of work today. Good stuff out of the iCubs bullpen once again. They have not allowed a run in 3 innings in support of Cade Horton. We head to the 8th. Matt Manning out for more. 1-0 Toledo on the iCubs broadcast network.
Make more memories together this summer. Whether you're celebrating a special occasion with friends and family, hosting clients, or treating your staff, take them to Principal Park for an unforgettable time. Groups of 25 or more qualify for reduced prices. Come eat, drink, and watch baseball as a group for as low as $7 per ticket. Visit iowacubs.com to book your outing and ask about adding on a unique group experience.
At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Escape to paradise at Principal Park for Margaritaville night on Friday, June 14th. Enjoy a night of island vibes with a live performance by Banana Wind, a Hawaiian t-shirt giveaway to the first 1,000 fans, and the ultimate feast, a cheeseburger and margarita special. Kick back, soak up the summer fun, and enjoy baseball with a tropical twist. Get your tickets now at iowacubs.com.
I'm Darius Hill, and you're listening to Iowa Cubs Baseball on Hope 940.
The iCubs still hoping for some late-inning magic like they had in Indianapolis last week. Down 1-0, the 8th inning gets underway. Dixon Machado leads off and looks at his slider for a strike from Matt Manning. Machado a strikeout and a ground out today. Still hitting .333 early on this year. Manning from the stretch. Big breaking ball flutters high. And it's evened up 1-1. Manning, who has spent some considerable time in the big leagues over the last several seasons. In AAA Toledo to begin this year. And he tried a fastball and caught the outside black for a strike. Thought Machado might challenge that one, but he's behind 1-2. And if he had challenged, he would have won. That was outside, according to TrackMan. So 1-2 on Machado now. They have both challenges remaining, the iCubs do. And a 2-strike pitch for the number 8 hitter. Machado shoots a fastball foul. Had a good one to hit that time and just got underneath it a bit, lining it back into the net. Machado, McGuire, and Franklin, 8-9-1, due up here in the iCubs 8th. Down by a run. Manning's 1-2 again. Slider struck him out swinging. Machado unable to lay off, and Matt Manning has his second strikeout of the night. As Reese McGuire will bat, he became the first iCub to reach base with a 2-out walk in the 6th inning. That was off of reliever Tyler Owens. Manning has spent time in the big leagues each of the last 3 years. First pitch to the lefty, McGuire puts a bunt down third base side. Lee charging, throwing on the run, and it gets by the first baseman on one hop, but backing it up nicely, the second baseman, Young. They're going to tag Reese McGuire just in case, but he did not turn there, and that'll likely be a bunt single for Reese McGuire. They had him shifted heavily to the pull side, and he just poked a bunt over to third. It was a nice play by Hayu Lee to field it, throw on the run, but it bounced up and over the glove of Madriz. The I-Cubs have a base runner. That is a hit. Now the top of the order in Franklin. First pitch bounced over the mound right to the second baseman, who's right behind the base. Young fields it, steps on it, and throws to first. And that bunt single immediately erased on a 4-3 double play. Tough break there for the I-Cubs. Every time they get a man on, they hit into a ground out. No runs on a hit, nobody left. The I-Cubs trying to keep this a one-run game. They have 3 outs to work with, trailing 1-0 in Toledo on Hope 940.
Get ready for 2 nights of live music at Principal Park. Join us Friday, May 23rd for a rock show featuring the Pork Tornadoes, Damon Dotson, and Punching Pandas. Then on Saturday, May 24th, country star Craig Campbell takes the stage with Jordan Beam and Brad Morgan. Both shows start at 6 p.m. with gates opening at 5. General admission is just $15 per night or $25 for both. Upgrade to a hospitality package or go all in with a Bud Club table for the ultimate concert experience. Get your tickets now at iowacubs.com.
All right, here's the thing with mobile banking. You can get the laundry done and the yard, and it's only Thursday. Sure, run that extra block or mile with your four-legged buddy. Hey, you're at the gym? Do a few more reps. A little more gaming with your squad? Yeah, the Galaxy needs you. Better eat another s'more. And by another, we mean fifth. Soak up every single minute of every single day. Go on and do whatever it is you do and still keep in touch with your money. Great Southern Mobile Banking. Get the app now for Android and iOS. Member FDIC. Data rates may apply. See carrier for details.
Great news. 2025 Iowa Cubs season tickets are still available, and there's no better place to spend your summer than out at the ballpark. You'll get access to the best seats at the best price, free parking, invitation to member-only events, and so much more. Let's take your fandom to the next level and become a season ticket member today. Call 515-243-6111 or visit iowacubs.com to buy your tickets. We can't wait to see you at Principal Park.
I'm Connor Nolan, and you're listening to Iowa Cubs Baseball on Hope 940.
Three, 4, and 5 against Daniel Palencia in the Toledo 8. They lead Iowa 1-0 tonight. The hard-throwing right-hander fires, and he bounced one in at 98 miles per hour. A sinker from Palencia. Young 1 for 3, a single with 2 strikeouts on the perimeter of that base hit. Palencia's 1-0 waved down and missed. 96 again. He'll typically be up there close to, if not over 100, but on a night like tonight, 30 degrees, the real feel, I'm not sure that you can get there. A lot of layers on as well as Palencia fires. 1-1, cut on and missed, up to 97 that time, and it's 1-2. Palencia, who took the loss in Indianapolis in Game 1 of the doubleheader on Sunday, gave up 3 straight singles. None of them hit especially hard. Comes home. 1-2, strikes out Jace Young. 99 that time for Daniel Palencia. And Young down on strikes for the 3rd time in this game. 1 gone. Well, apparently the cold weather as he blows into the fingers of his right hand in between pitches not affecting Palencia all that much. He just needed a moment to ramp up from 95 to 97 to 99. Here's Navigado with 1 out, 1 for 3. He got a slider and made contact, tapping it foul. Fastball 99, slider 89 from Palencia. Has worked in 3 games. He has 1 save in 2 opportunities. 0-1 with a 4.50 ERA. 4 strikeouts and a walk. Always out of the stretch. Here he comes. Slider down and away, and Navigato laid off this time to even the count, of ball to strike. And Toledo trying to snap a 4-game skid as Palencia's 1-1 is offered to Navigato. And popped up foul to the right side. Now to play into the seats, 1-2. Manager for Toledo this year, third straight year with a new manager here for the Mudhens. Gabe Alvarez up from Double-A Erie. 1-2 to Navigato, and he fought off a slider foul. Valencia throwing a bunch of breaking balls here to the right-handed hitter after living with a fastball against Jace Young, the lefty. Back-to-back Double-A championships in the Eastern League for Erie under Gabe Alvarez. 1-2 from Palencia, up and in. Look out. Navigato ducking out of the way of a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. On a night that it feels like it's below freezing, that one is going to scare you right up under the chin. 99.9. And it's even 2-2. Good luck now. And a slider from Palencia was low. So it's a full count. If he throws that breaking ball for a strike, it's over. You throw 99 under somebody's chin, and you throw a slider like that for a strike, and he would have walked back to the dugout. Instead, a payoff pitch. And it's back to the heater, which he fouled back halfway up the netting behind the plate. And it stays a full count, 3-2. Ethan Roberts got the call to Chicago this week. Palencia has been there before. Luke Little's been there before. Among the relievers, payoff pitch downstairs this time, and a good at bat from Navigato as he works a one-out walk here in the 8th. Toledo trying to add to their 1-0 lead. Well, the reports out there now, including from Taylor McGregor, that the Cubs acquired Tom Cosgrove from San Diego and optioned him here to Iowa. The corresponding move, Caleb Killian designated for assignment. He is on the injured list right now. Valencia from the belt. Slide step to the plate. Missed outside with a fastball. So that is certainly news that's relevant to this ball club. Tom Cosgrove could be arriving at some point here this week or next. As the 1-0 pitch, slap foul toward left. So it's 1-1 on Ben Gamble. 0 for 3 today. He came in red hot with 11 hits and 24 at bats. He was hitting .440. That's down to .393. Ballesteros holding the runner at first. Throw over that way. And back in plenty of time was Navigato. Last year, the Iowa Cubs led all of minor league baseball in the amount of transactions that were made featuring their players. Plenty early this year. Ball and a strike to Gamble, swing and a miss. 96 that time. It was as if Palencia took a little bit off. Whether that was purposeful or not. Gamble waved over the top. Valencia checks the runner and deals. Up and away to Gamble. 97 that time, 2-2. Looking ahead to the 9th. The iCubs hoping they need 1 to tie and 2 to take the lead. It'll be 2, 3, and 4. Brujan, Ballesteros, and Long. Should anybody reach? Ben Cowles, who has the only hit today and left the infield for the iCubs. 2-2 to Gamble. Ground ball base hit into right field. iCubs are saying it hit the runner, and that has been the call, so he is out. It hit Andrew Navigato between first and second. Machado, Ballesteros, and the shortstop Cowles pointed at him right away. They called him out. He's saying it did not hit me, and now the manager, Gabe Alvarez, is out there as well, and they are right in the face of the first base umpire, Joe McCarthy. And now Gabe Alvarez going over to him as they had to hold Navigato back. He's been called out for getting hit by the ground ball from Gamble. And I'd love to see a replay. He was running between first and second. If it hit him, it was on the back foot as his right foot dragged behind him. And I think it did hit him based on how he reacted. He jumped after the ball rolled either under or off of his foot. If it hit him, it didn't redirect much. That's the concerning thing probably. But as angry as Navigado is, you have to believe it didn't hit him, and he is backpedaling toward the dugout, still barking at the umpires, and now Gabe Alvarez will usher him over to the dugout. Let's get another look at this. I'm not sure it did hit him at all. If it did, it caught him in the back right foot as he was lifting it up into the air, but it didn't redirect. And the umpire thought it hit him. You probably would have heard it more than anything. And that's a big break for the I-Cubs. So a man on first, 2 outs now. Gamble, who has stolen a base already, is there. Bly Madris is the hitter, 2 for 2 with a walk. Throw to first. Gamble dances back in. So that's a base hit for Gamble, just officially, and then the runner out for being hit by the batted ball. Two outs, Gamble dancing at first. He'll stay put as Palencia deals and takes a little bit off on the splitter. A strike at the knees. And it's 0-1, and again, barking at the umpires, the fans behind the Toledo dugout. They lead 1-0, trying to add some insurance. One strike pitch. In there at the knees. Quickly 0-2. And that one, Palencia not messing around. 99 at the knees. On a cold night. Good luck. Matt Manning looks like he'll come back out for the 9th. It'll be his 3rd inning of work. 1-0 Toledo. Man on first, 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 swinging. Madris goes down, hacking at a 100-mile-an-hour pitch from Daniel Palencia. No runs on a hit. No errors and 1 man left. Palencia with a couple of strikeouts in the 8th. Last chance for the I-Cubs in the 9th. Middle of the order against Matt Manning. They trail 1-0 on the I-Cubs Broadcast Network.
Your premier Chevy dealers, proud to be presenting sponsors of the Iowa Cubs Kids Club and proud to be part of Team Chevy, the #1 selling brand in Iowa for the past 10 years. Thanks to a talented roster that includes versatile SUVs like Equinox and dependable trucks like Silverado. Visit moreiowansdrivechevy.com today to find exciting offers and a dealer near you based on IHS Markit CYE 2010 to 2020 new vehicle retail registrations in the state of Iowa.
A 10-game flex pack is the perfect way to experience all of the fun of an Iowa Cubs game at Principal Park while not being tied to a set of dates. Create a customized experience just for you. Use all 10 tickets for one game or mix and match them over multiple visits. The choice is yours. Flex pack tickets are good for any game all season long. Visit iowacubs.com to get yours today.
There's so much to do in downtown Des Moines. Why waste your time commuting when you come to visit? The Hampton Inn downtown sits right next to the Des Moines River at 120 Water Street and just 2 blocks north of Principal Park, 2 blocks south of Port Avenue Entertainment District, and a short walk from the East Village. Stay at a great room with free Wi-Fi and breakfast during your stay. Don't sit on the sidelines. Call 515-244-1650 to book a room at the Hampton Inn downtown and be part of the action in downtown Des Moines.
I'm James Triantos, and you're listening to Iowa Cubs Baseball on Hope 940.
Last chance for the Iowa Cubs here on Thursday night. Matt Manning, the pitcher, as Toledo leads 1-0. Vidal Brujan, Moises Ballesteros, Jonathan Long due up. Brujan, the switcher, batting left to the first pitch. He's outside 2-1. Brujan in his first game with the Iowa Cubs, 0 for 3. He was battling for one of the final spots on the big league roster toward the end of spring training. Suffered the injury and now takes a slider down and in, and it's 2-0. And if you can get his speed on base here, representing the tying run, You would like your situation with some of the big bats coming up. 2 balls, no strikes. Brujan waiting. Manning deals. Swing and a miss. Big swing there by Brujan on a fastball at 94. And that may have been ball 3. It was either just catching a piece of the outside edge or off the corner. But it's 2-1 nonetheless. They shift him to pull on the infield. 2-2 from Manning. Swinging a line drive, looped in the air, shallow center field. Unrow coming in. It's down for a base hit. Brujan drops one in to shallow center field, and he appears to be banged up as he makes his way to first. He was limping down the line. And I don't know what exactly happened there, but if that hurt his hands, maybe, and he was hunched over, but he barely got to first after that leadoff single here in the ninth. Is he good to go? It appears he is, kind of shaking his hands. Ballesteros in the box, squares to bunt, pulls back, takes an off-speed pitch for a strike. It was an elbow sprain that put him on the injured list, Vidal Brujan. But he appears to be all right now. Ballesteros 0 for 3, left-handed batter. Swinging away, and off the end of the bat, he taps it foul toward the on-deck circle. Jack Neely throwing just in case we need a bottom of the ninth. In a 1-0 game, the I-Cubs did not have a hit till the 7th inning with 2 outs. Manning ahead 0-2. Brujan running. Ballesteros checked his swing. The pitch missed high. The throw to second is not in time, and Brujan steals a base. Tying run in scoring position all of a sudden with still nobody out. And that's one thing that Vidal Brujan has done throughout his career. He can impact you on the bases. And now Ballesteros, if he pulls the ball, can get the tying run to third. It's a 1-2 count. Brujan taking a big lead at second. Pitch from Manning. Ballesteros popped it up. Shallow left field. In foul ground, the third baseman Lee staggering toward fair territory, but he made the catch. And a big out there for Matt Manning. Ballesteros just couldn't get it on the ground or to the right side, and that's the first out of the inning for Jonathan Long now, who is 0 for 3. Brujan always a threat to run. He's at second with 1 out for Long. First pitch all the way to the backstop, up over the mid of Scott. It bounced right back to him, but Brujan is into third on a wild pitch. That's where not advancing the runner a moment ago proves costly. If he was at third, that would have tied the game. Now the infield is in for Toledo. Prior to a 1-0 pitch to Jonathan Long. Manning kicks his leg out of the stretch, the pitch. And a slider is upstairs, ball 2. On a night when the I-Cubs offense has been almost non-existent, do they have a big hit? Manning fires again. Check swing and a slider, it's a strike. Good pitch from Matt Manning that time to get to 2-1. Toledo on a cold night playing to try and win this one with the infield up. Brujan good speed at third. 2-1 pitch to John Long. Swing and a miss. Had a big rip at a fastball, and it's 2-2. From 2-0, back-to-back strikes for Manning. He challenged him that time, 95 out over the plate. And now it's even. And the pitch. Slider fought off foul. Long got a piece and rocketed off the top of the roof behind home plate. The I-Cubs have not been shut out this year. Trying to avoid it again tonight. The 2-2 pitch, long swings at a breaking ball. Pops it up first base side. Madris over against the sidewall, jumps into the net. And the ball hit the net on the way down and ricocheted away from him. He put his body on the line there, trying to jump up high enough to make the catch. That ball hit the net on the way down. Even if he had held on, it wouldn't have counted. Well, that net makes it a little bit safer to dive up there. You're not going to land in the front row seats, although you can get tangled up and flipped over sometimes. But he's good to go. Brujan, the tying run at third, 1 out of the ninth. 2-2 from Manning to Long. Slider called strike 3. Long wants to challenge it right away. He was supremely confident that that one missed. And this is a big moment, and it was high, so it's 3-2. Still 2 challenges remaining for the iCubs. Long confidently challenged that right away when it was called strike 3. And now a full count as the potential go-ahead run. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Manning struck him out with the slider. And the iCubs are down to their final out here in inning number 9. Manning's third strikeout. And now it's up to Benjamin Cowell. Long had 2 really good pitches to hit. The fastball that he fouled off and that hanging slider, but he was looking fastball. It came up empty. 2 outs, tying run at third. In the 9th, pitch to Cowles, and a good breaking ball from Manning is strike 1 call. Cowles had the first hit of the game in the 7th, a single into left. Can he provide the biggest hit of the night right here? Manning home. Cowles takes high, and it's even a ball and a strike. Bullpen is quiet. Manning has thrown 40 pitches out of the bullpen today. Brujan got to third with 1 out, the tying run. He's still there with 2 gone. 1-1, righty on righty. Cowles swings and misses past the Manning fastball. And now the iCubs down to their final strike. They have tied a game this year when they were down to their final strike in the 9th. That was James Triantos trying to do it again with Cowles. Manning has the pitch call. Pitch clock still at 10. He holds. Hands together, a deep breath. The 1-2 pitch. Check swing, and it's inside. Cowles took a fastball off the plate. Evened up 2-2. Each team has a challenge. The iCubs have 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In the 9th, the pitch. Slider popped up high in the air behind the mound. First baseman Madris underneath it. Backpedaling and squeezes it. And the iCubs fall 1-0 in the most miserable game weather-wise of a miserable weather-wise season here in 2025. The tying run was on third with 1 out in the 8th inning, and they could not get him in as the iCubs drop game 2 of this series, and Toledo snaps a 4-game losing skid. Final score, Toledo 1, the Iowa Cubs nothing. Don't go anywhere. We've got the post-game show coming up with all the details you need to know in just a few minutes. But for now, this has been Iowa Cubs Baseball